Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. As the title of this video implies, I am here to eat my words just a little bit today because I said in a previous video that I was not going to do a video about NFTs. I felt like the internet was oversaturated with NFT information. But I'm eating my words because I was in a gallery the other day in Tribeca and I just overheard some of the gallerists. I turned the corner and there's like, blah, 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 NFTs. Okay, that's fine. And then I was walking down the street and I passed someone, just, I had my headphones on, but I could still hear them as I was getting on the subway say, blah, 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 NFTs. I was like, okay. And then someone else in common conversation with a friend asked about NFTs and I said, too many people are talking about it. There's a lot of questions. Let me just do one about NFTs. And there's things about NFTs that I'm sure I didn't know and I learned about for the sake of this video. So let me break down what NFTs are in the context of the art market. And we'll go from there and just see where we end up. So hopefully this will be helpful for you. If you came here to learn about these, I'm going to try and break this down. There are many videos that do a really good job of this. I'm just going to try and say it to you another way that might make sense for you. All right, cool. I have my notes over here, so I'm gonna go off of that. So I'm gonna break this down into a few categories, a few steps. We're gonna start with what is cryptocurrency. We'll start real foundational with cryptocurrency and understanding what that is. And then we'll go to what NFTs are as crypto in the context of cryptocurrency. And then what NFTs mean for the art market, right? All right, we're about to enter the matrix. We're about to go into the matrix of understanding cryptocurrency. I want to demystify this. First things first, let's get the right psychology around this. If you're someone who feels like you do not understand cryptocurrency, I need you to put that notion of your misunderstanding aside. Just put a pin in that for a second. Suspend your feeling of confusion because I promise you, you do understand cryptocurrency if you just allow yourself to see it the way you've accepted and understand other things that you do understand. I mean, cryptocurrency is very much like things that you already know and understand. So first of all, believe that you can understand it, and that's half the battle. Cryptocurrency is managed through blockchains. Blockchains are a larger umbrella that is effectively a banking system. It is a system of banking the same way your brick and mortar bank is a system. It is the exact same thing. So the blockchain is the banking system and the cryptocurrency is the units of monetary value that the banking system manages through transactions and record keeping and all of that. Okay, so I'm going to break down what is a blockchain. Let me get a little bit more into how the blockchain operates as a banking system. So think about your traditional bank, your brick and mortar bank. You probably have your money with one of the big banks in America, right? Or if you're watching from somewhere else in the world, wherever your bank is. Your bank is a traditional building where you can go make transactions, but your money is actually not physical. You don't go to the bank and look at all your cash stacked up in an account somewhere. Your money is in numbers, digits. It's out there in some ether world where you don't see your money. But when you look at your monthly statement from your bank is keeping a record of all of the transactions you've made over the course of that month. You can see everything that you spent and the money that you earned from your income. So all of the transactions are kept in record format from your traditional bank. The blockchain does the exact same thing with transactions of cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, for instance. If you wanted to see your transactions that you did through the blockchain, through cryptocurrency, there are a few websites out there where you can track and trace not only your transactions, but the transactions of everyone in a public blockchain. A lot of blockchains are public where everybody has access to the information. There are different transaction codes where if you click on them, you can see the details of that transaction. Yours, your friends, someone on the other side of the world. Yes, it is a very open banking system of transparency. So maybe now you're thinking to yourself, whoa, whoa. I know my bank. I go to my bank, there's a CEO at the top of the org chart, and then there's other regional managers, and then the teller at the window, and all of these people who make the banking system run. Who is in charge of the blockchain? Who's in charge of the blockchain? Who do I talk to? Well, understand the blockchain in the same way that you understand the internet, right? Who is in charge of the internet? When I was, just to make sure I was right about this, I Googled who's in charge of the internet. My partner came over and she's like, I think you've been on the computer for a very long time when you're researching who's in charge of the internet. I looked it up and I researched, all right, who's in charge of the internet? And here's what came back. According to the Internet Corporation for Assigned Names and Numbers, ICANN is the abbreviation for that. I didn't know this was an organization. No one person, company, or organization or government runs the internet. Not one sole entity runs the internet. It is, however, a globally distributed computer network comprised of many voluntarily interconnected autonomous networks, aka it is its own self-sustaining, self-regulating, collaborative, cooperative ecosystem. And you can have multiple entities working toward their best interest, their own best interest. Okay, the motorcycles were passing by and I didn't want to ruin the audio of this video. I live near Canal Street in New York City. There's a lot of loud cars trying to get on the tunnel and the bridge to get out of here, so forgive me if the audio quality has some background. Self-regulating, right? The ecosystem of the internet is run by all of us. You, me, it just runs itself. No one is technically at the head of the internet, right? The blockchain, same deal. Same exact deal. You use the internet all day and you just kind of rely on the internet. You know the internet has information out there, but you don't know how it got there. You don't know who's like checking it, regulating it, running it, whatever. The banking system that is the blockchain exists in a similarly self-sustained ecosystem of users. You, me, anyone around the world using cryptocurrency. So cryptocurrency, like the internet, is global and decentralized. There is no global entity that you need to go through to utilize a blockchain banking system. You see what I'm saying? And you might be thinking this is a kind of wild, wild west idea to have self-regulating, decentralized banking systems like this. But consider when the blockchain was first created. It was in 2011, just a few years after the world global economic crisis, that just everyone was affected. Every single country was affected by a poor banking system, primarily in the United States, but it just sent a ripple effect through the entire world. And people were on unstable foundations, did not know what was up from down. And so blockchain was created by some innovative people using technology and mathematics to say, could we disrupt the banking system that just upended the world economy, the global economy? What if we as people regulated the economics and money of banking in such a way where it was more transparent? You could see all transactions being made, and the transactions would have to be confirmed and approved by other users in the marketplace. It has to be something where it can be checked. The algorithms, the computers can run any transaction. If I'm trying to buy something from you using Bitcoin currency, the algorithms in the computer can see how much currency I have in Bitcoin because there's a record of every Bitcoin that I've attained, purchased, acquired, and all the Bitcoin that I have used to buy other things, and it can see how much I still have left. And the algorithm will quickly override if I try to buy something in Bitcoin when I have no Bitcoin, or buy something in another currency when I don't have that currency. And other users can see in the space what transactions I have made, just the way I can see transactions other people are making, and things can be flagged, things can be confirmed. There's just this general transparency that people were not feeling from the banking system in the early 2010s, right? Think also about maybe how familiar you are with the way digital technology is disrupting other sectors of your daily life. Think about how Airbnb has disrupted the hotel industry. People are doing direct, sharing, exchanging transactions of, livable space, and cutting out the third party middle person, which would have been a hotel, or just like the whole industry of like hotels is being disrupted by just home sharing, right? Also think about how Uber and Lyft and other ride sharing companies have disrupted car service and rental car companies, and these things are just on apps. You can get on your phone, go through a system with minimal regulation, right? And just person to person, you can drive your car and drive someone around. You can loan someone your car through peer-to-peer lending. All of these things are kind of disrupting markets in different industries. And so you think about the banking system and what was going on in the early, like around 2008, and people said, there's got to be a way where we can just do this ourselves. That's what the blockchain is. And what are banks and governments and other financial institutions going to do to try to regulate this kind of self-sustained, person-to-person banking system? We don't know yet. They're trying to figure it out. It's something that remains to be seen. We will see in the years ahead how governments and financial institutions kind of pivot around this new culture and way of doing money. Yeah, but just remember, a blockchain is a banking system using units of currency, cryptocurrency, to track and manage exchanges for transactions for value. That is all it is. All right, now that we have an established understanding of what cryptocurrency is, what is an NFT? An NFT is a form of cryptocurrency. Same deal. Let's break down what NFT stands for. What do these letters mean? Non-fungible token. We'll start with fungible. Fungible means it's replicable or replaceable, right? So anything pretty much that you can get in the retail industry is replicable. It's replaceable. If you go to furniture stores, clothing stores, grocery stores, you buy one head of lettuce, there's more heads of lettuce. If you don't get one, you can get another. Like that couch, get it in a different color. These are replaceable items, okay? More than one of these exist. They're accessible. Those are fungible items. Non-fungible items, things that exist in quantities of one or extremely very rare items, right? Think rare gemstones, or a unique one-of-a-kind coin, or a one-of-a-kind original piece of artwork, right? See where I'm going? The word token is just a unit of monetary value. It's just a way of measuring something. The same way that we say dollar or euro or peso, that's how we would say token with this. It's a non-fungible token. It is a non-replaceable unit of monetary value. Non-replaceable unit of monetary measure, I guess I should say. So think about it that way. This is a cryptocurrency, a specific kind of cryptocurrency that is an irreplaceable unit of monetary worth. All right, if you're still with me, now we're gonna wrap this up into why an NFT is different than other currency in the cryptocurrency world. It is exactly that non-fungible part that makes it unique, because think about Bitcoin. You can have multiple Bitcoin to purchase something. If you want to purchase, say, a car from someone, you would need X amount of Bitcoin to purchase that car. You need several, right, to meet the value of that car. But an NFT, however, is singular. It is only one, and it is the exact value attached to that thing you are buying, say, art in this situation. And with it can't be split, it can't be separated, it can't be broken out. You can't have like part of an NFT half and half. It's none of that. It's just one singular token, one non-fungible token that applies to that one thing. And if it doesn't exist, if it goes away, let's say that thing is destroyed, then you cannot recreate that NFT. It is by itself because each NFT has its own unique set of data attached to it that is easily traceable and easily verifiable. You can easily, let's say if I purchase something from you and it's in the form of an NFT, I can use a service online to easily trace and see the value or authenticity of that NFT very simply. It takes no effort at all. That set of data that goes along with that NFT is unique. It cannot be replicated, duplicated, falsified. You can think about that unique data set with that NFT kind of like a certificate of authenticity that comes along with an original piece of artwork. You see where I'm going here? You following? And it's public, right? So anyone can see the transaction, the purchase of an NFT. It is public knowledge. People can trace it, they can follow it, they can know what's going on with that purchase. And it's, again, very transparent. And there are websites where you can go to sell NFTs and purchase NFTs. There's a whole marketplace for it. There's places like Rarible and OpenSea. Sorry, police cars. If you can hear the siren, I'm sorry. This is just New York City. It's what I deal with on a regular. I don't even notice it, but sorry. Anyway, yeah, the marketplace. It's out there for people to sell NFTs, purchase NFTs, and it's just a very open, transparent space for people to make these transactions. And there's no way you can go in there with some kind of fraudulent NFT because the algorithms and the computer codes and mega computers have all these different matrices and really intricate ways of reading data sets through each cryptocurrency. Every single Bitcoin or Dogecoin or any coin plus any NFTs, anything that goes through the blockchain is passed through a filter of regulatory measures within the ecosystem, and other people can see it and trace it and track it. Okay, so why are people buying NFTs and what are the advantages of NFTs? You might be asking yourself, let me first start by saying, for the sake of this conversation, I'm going to say NFT art in the context of the art market because you can have NFTs that are not art with a capital A, and so the art is the thing and the NFT is the unit of value to measure the thing. They just link together, they couple together like two lobster claws, right? And we can get into the conversation of like, well, isn't everything art? Couldn't everything be art? Well, yes, case could be made, but for the sake of this conversation, just to keep it clear, I'm gonna say NFT art. Keep us all together. So why are people buying NFT art? Supply and demand. It is simply a short supply and it's in high demand. It is a thing right now. People are going nuts, bouncing off the wall for this new, innovative, novel idea of cryptocurrency in the form of uniqueness, one of a kind, original, right? So keep that in mind. We're all very excited. And, why are people paying so much money for NFTs? The newness, the novelty, as I said. But also, why do people pay so much money for art? We've been buying millions and millions of dollars worth of paintings for many, many years, and we don't regulate it, we don't question it. No one knows how to really control and price the art market. So there's definitely no way we're going to be able to regulate the NFT art market. It's just It's like an impossible feat to do. So you are going to see some gifs of kittens and some cute, fuzzy, colorful animal animations selling for very large amounts of money. But I would also say there's more NFTs and NFT art selling for less money, a dollar, a few dollars, a few bucks, that kind of thing. So don't believe that every NFT is making headline news. They can be more manageable amounts. And consider also, we've been selling digital products for a long time now, in a long time, few decades, couple decades, right? You can buy graphic design work and all of this sort of stuff. It's just the combination of a digital marketplace where you could sell your digital art now being combined with a world of cryptocurrency to make one of a kind digital art, and people are just going bananas over it. So also, it's a conversation starter, right? If you're the kind of person where your basic needs are met, you have your food, you have your shelter, you have your clothes on your back, and all of that stuff is hunky-dory, maybe you have some money where you could purchase a one-of-a-kind unique NFT piece of artwork. I don't know, live your life. Talk about it at parties. Put it on display on your TV, just on loop, and just keep it running. I don't know. Why are people selling NFT art? Well, besides the fact that people will pay large amounts of money for it, there are a couple advantages. One, when you sell NFT art, there is a marketplace for it. There's an online digital marketplace that is open to the global community of potential buyers. Anyone can go on there and purchase your artwork, and that's pretty cool that you have access to such a large array, a pool of people. And that effectively, if you are an artist selling NFT art, it kind of bypasses the gallery system, and therefore you take home more of the profits. 100% of that goes to you. The other advantage is when the artwork that you sell as an NFT is resold by the person you sold it to, let's say they sell it to another buyer, you can set it up so that you get royalties or, a percentage of that resale value back to you as the artist. That effectively cuts out the auction houses, which wouldn't give any cuts of royalties to the artist after their work is resold, right? So that's a pretty big deal. What does all this mean for the art market itself? Uh, Galleries and auction houses are going to need to be nimble and pivot and figure out exactly how they want to meet the new demands of this innovative system for setting value on art. We've been selling one-of-a-kind art for however long, and this is a new way of looking at the same old system. It's irregular, it's disruptive in the same way that we mentioned other industries are being disrupted. So we will see how galleries and auction houses come around to figuring this out. The show I did in LES just a little while ago, the one where I mentioned Jonathan Monahan's work, he has those NFTs that he sells, and I imagine because he's going through the gallery for his show, a portion of the NFT sales probably go to the gallery. I would imagine. I could be wrong about that, but that's just one idea that a gallery might partner with an artist to say, you go ahead and you sell hey, we're trying to sell your one-of-a-kind artwork for you here at the gallery to get exposure. If you're also getting exposure online and we're promoting your NFT here in this space, maybe a cut of that goes to the gallery as well. I'm not sure. But I hope we've covered a lot of ground here. Just to recap, there's two words that I want you to keep in mind when it comes to NFTs. It is trust and value. That is what all of this is about. The value of something is what cryptocurrency is traded for, right? Like we apply cryptocurrency to something that has value and we exchange that cryptocurrency. NFT and NFT art are part of that system of cryptocurrency in exchange for things that people value. art in a digital context, right? So people value different things, supply and demand. Why people are buying NFTs is their own business, and if you want something bad enough, you'll buy yours. So, and it's one of a kind. People value things that are rare. Value. That's people psychologically apply value to things that are rare. It is a human quality. Is it right? Is it wrong? I don't know, but psychologists have studied the human brain and its views on value and rarity for a long time. And we're funny creatures, human beings, you and I. The other word to keep in mind is trust, transparency. People are using cryptocurrency and blockchain as a way of keeping each other accountable and stressing more honesty and the ability to self-regulate within this space. And we're just finding more and more people with the advent of digital and internet and smartphones who are more comfortable trusting other people in the marketplace than actual institutions like governments, banks, financial institutions of the sort. NFTs are just a fraction of this new culture, this new zeitgeist around transparency and value. So, I hope all of this was in any way helpful to you. I appreciate you taking the time. As always, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. It really helps out. If you want to see more videos about the art world, art market, and art gallery tours, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. Thanks a lot, and until next time, take it easy.